You are the master, but only if you decide to be. The world does not bend to those who merely wish. It yields only to those who decide. You were not born to drift. You were not created to follow. You are not here to tiptoe through life hoping to make it out safe. You are here to master yourself, to master your mind, to master your destiny. But mastery is never gifted. It is never inherited. It is never stumbled upon. It is claimed, with fire, with clarity, with relentless decision. You are the master, but only if you decide to be. Look around. The world is filled with no's, distractions pulling your focus, opinions pulling your confidence, comfort pulling your ambition. Every single day, forces are trying to shape you into a version that fits their mold. But the most dangerous enemy is not out there. It is inside. It is the whisper that says maybe tomorrow, the soft echo that murmurs, this is good enough. And that enemy only loses when you choose to become something more. There was a time when a poor boy named Thomas Edison was told he was slow, unteachable. He didn't accept it. He decided that he would invent, that he would learn, that he would not let failure define him. 10,000 attempts to create the light bulb, 10,000 lessons, and on the 10,000th and first, the world changed. Andrew Carnegie, who rose from nothing to build an empire of steel, once said, "The man who acquires the ability to take full possession of his own mind may take possession of anything else to which he is justly entitled." You must own your mind. You must guard your thoughts like a fortress. For every thought you permit, you invite reality. But belief must walk hand in hand with vision. If you do not believe it can be done, you'll never have the courage to begin. Belief is not about evidence. It is about decision. You must choose belief when logic tells you to quit. You must believe when your bank account says stop. You must believe when the world laughs, when your body aches, when no one claps. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Imagine that. The man who built worlds out of dreams was fired for not being creative enough. But belief doesn't require permission. It requires backbone. And Disney had it. He believed so deeply that he built a vision brick by brick, until the world had no choice but to believe with him. You become what you dwell on. If you see limitation, you build a life in chains. If you see possibility, you build wings. Your thoughts are seeds. Plant them wisely. Nourish them with focus. Shield them from the weeds of doubt. And most importantly, act. Decision without action is delusion. You don't get what you want. You get what you commit to. Let the world talk. Let them doubt. Let them scroll and complain and procrastinate. While they drift, you build. While they wait, you decide. Discipline is freedom. It is the bridge between what you feel and what you want. Stop chasing motivation. Chase results. Wake up earlier. Read more. Train harder. Build systems. Track your progress. Make your bed like it matters, cause it does. Every small act of order declares war on the chaos within. You must stop negotiating with your lesser self. The part of you that craves ease. That hits snooze. That waits for signs. Kill that version. Mourn it if you must. Then move. You must become the person worthy of the life you dream about. That means changing your standards. Not what you want, what you accept. What you tolerate. What you allow to slide. Raise them. And do it with fire. Life is not happening to you. It is responding to you. To your frequency. To your intention. To your will. You are the master. But only if you decide to be. You were never meant to be ordinary. The odds of your birth were astronomical. You were carved out of miracles and bloodlines that survive wars, famine, heartbreak, and history. You are not here by mistake. You are here with power coursing through your veins, not metaphorically, but biologically, spiritually, eternally. But power without direction is chaos, and direction without discipline is a wish. You don't find purpose. You build it, brick by brick, step by painful step. You don't wait to be inspired. You inspire yourself with your actions. By moving forward when your legs shake. By speaking truth when your voice trembles. By rising again when your heart breaks. Pain is part of the path. Doubt is part of the path. But so is strength. So is certainty. So is greatness if you demand it. You were not made to fit in. You were not made to impress strangers. You were made to rise. And you rise by choosing differently. Thinking differently. Acting differently. No more victimhood. No more blame. No more someday. This is your life. Your responsibility. Your move. You are the master. But only if you decide to be. You have to decide what you stand for. Who you are when no one's watching. What principles you won't break, even when the storm hits. Character isn't built in moments of ease. It's forged in the dark. When the world turns silent and your doubts grow loud, that's when you find out if you're real. Abraham Lincoln lost more elections than he won. He failed in business. He battled depression, but he never let it define him. Because he knew that adversity doesn't destroy the man. It reveals him. The future belongs to those who do, not those who plan. To those who show up tired, show up late, show up scarred but show up anyway. We'll never feel ready. But readiness is a myth. What matters is movement. Forward, always forward. There will be nights of silence. Days of doubt. Seasons where no fruit grows. But trust the root. Trust the process. Keep planting. Keep watering. The harvest is not yours to schedule, only to earn. Your habits are your true religion. What you do daily is what you truly believe. Don't tell me what you wish for, show me your routines, your rituals, your repetitions. That's where destiny lives. Not in a vision board, not in a journal entry, but in the practice of who you are becoming. If your mornings start with scrolling and your nights end with regret, change is not optional. It is required. Success demands a price, and that price is consistency. Relentless, soul-sharpening, ego-crushing consistency. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can, or think you can't, you're right." The world obeys the story you write in your mind. So write it with conviction. Edit it with courage. Publish it with action. Because a dream without discipline is just a hallucination. You have to want it so badly that your excuses suffocate in your presence. You have to want it so deeply that people's doubts become fuel, not poison. That rejection becomes redirection. That failure becomes foundation. Every empire was once an idea in someone's mind. Every legacy began with one decision. Every revolution was born from a whisper that refused to stay silent. Whisper no more. Rise. Speak. Build. You are the master, but only if you decide to be. Most people will never taste greatness, not because they weren't capable, but because they never demanded it from themselves. They talked, they wished, they dreamed, but they never decided. And that is the difference between the remembered and the forgotten. Between the builders and the beggars. Between the life you desire and the one you settle for. That is not coincidence. That is decision. Clarity is power. Without it, you are a wandering spark in a storm. But when your vision is clear, when you know what you want with a burning intensity, you become dangerous. You become magnetic. The world begins to rearrange itself around your intention. Not instantly, not effortlessly, but inevitably. You will be tested. That's a promise. Life will hit you in the mouth when you're least prepared. It'll come in the form of betrayal, rejection, loss, a dream you nurtured collapsing, a door you knocked on closing in your face. And in that moment, the question won't be, can you win when it's easy? It'll be, can you rise when your knees are bleeding and your soul is tired? Resilience isn't born in comfort. It's born in crisis. Resilience isn't born in comfort. It's born in crisis. It's the decision to get back up with fire in your eyes and iron in your spine. To smile with cracked lips. To crawl if you can't walk. To whisper your vision back to yourself when the world goes quiet. That is mastery. Mastery is refusing to break when everyone expects you to shatter. Mastery is doing the work when no one's watching, and especially when no one's clapping. You want applause? Clap for yourself when you show up on the days your heart begs you not to. You want support? Become your own army. This isn't about arrogance. This is about becoming so solid that not even doubt dares to knock on your door. Because when you are clear, committed, and consistent, the world cannot ignore you. It might resist you. It might mock you. It might delay you. But eventually it will move. The seas split for those who walk with certainty. Understand this. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not the mistakes you made when you were just surviving. You are the architect of your future. You are the author of the next chapter. So write it like your life depends on it. Because it does. Write it with purpose, with intention, with unshakable belief. Not because it's easy, but because it's yours. And no one, no voice, no circumstance, no loss can take from you what you refuse to surrender. Do not wait for the world to crown you. Crown yourself with excellence, with honor, with discipline. Own the title master. Not because of ego, but because of evidence. Earn it with your habits. Prove it with your patterns. Live it with every breath you take. You are the master, but only if you decide to be.